There's only a few weeks left in the year, which can only mean one thing. It's time to crown Hi-Fi in home theater's best for 2023. Quick reminder, to be eligible for this year's show, products had to make an appearance on the channel this year. Obviously, we can't get to every product, so if one of your favorites isn't nominated, that's probably why, or it was tackled last year. So let's get to it. AV Receiver of the Year. The nominees for Receiver of the Year are Sony's 7000 ES, Anthem's MRX 740, the Onkyo RZ70, Marantz Cinema 70, and the Marantz Cinema 40. And the winner is the Sony 7000 ES. I mean, we were pretty much unanimous about the Sony 7000.
We were. I mean, I think that it is overall, when you talk about what it can do musically, what it can do for home theater, the spatial audio, whatever they're doing, the magic sauce they use internally really does make such a huge difference.
Yeah.
I had a runner-up.
Okay, you had a runner-up.
So my runner-up was the Anthem. And musically, I think it is the best receiver. The reason it did not win for me is because it's too installer focused, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think if they came out with a better menu system, a better user interface, speed up the processor. It was pretty slow.
It's a bit
quiet
slow
the fan noise. Okay, after I think about it, now I hear myself talk. It has some issues, but oh wow, beautifully designed.
Oh, industrial design-wise and sound quality-wise, arguably one of my favorites of the year as well. The Sony it's the first time in probably several years that I have been in the presence of a receiver and been genuinely surprised, blown away. And we loved it so much that we actually acquired it. That's what we slapped leather, that's what we bought. So that's the highest praise I think I can give a product.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Yeah. Soundbar of the Year.
The nominees for Soundbar of the Year are Bang & Olufsen Beosound Theater, JBL's 1300X, Samsung Q990C, the Bose Smart Ultra, and the Sonos Arc. And the winner is Samsung's Q990C. I mean, did you really expect anything else?
Honestly, this one was a harder category for me. I know Samsung has now won it 3 years in a row from us. 950A, 990B, and now the 990C. And I can already hear some of you saying, but the 990C isn't really new, it's just software updates to the 990B. So what? The tuning proved to be the difference maker, and on top of it, I don't think there's still just not a better overall value, performance to dollar in all of soundbars.
I would totally agree with you.
Yeah.
It is something else what Samsung has been able to do with their soundbars. I agree that they produce one of the greatest values in home theater that you can get today. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people that, because we just reviewed the Arc and they waited patiently for that review. Thank you. Why wasn't that the winner?
Oh, it was definitely up there. It was my runner-up, to be honest. Of course, I'm talking about the Sonos Arc Ultimate Immersive Set. If we're just going off of what you buy when you buy the, quote, bar, I think the Bose is actually, just as a bar by itself, is a little bit better. On the whole, the Sonos Immersive Set is just absolutely fabulous. And it was very close. Ultimately, I think what pushed Samsung over the edge was just a little bit more customization and adjustability, and the fact that it's almost like $1,100 cheaper. I agree with you, though. The Bose was incredibly impressive, and had they come to market with new surrounds, and maybe a slightly more powerful sub that was truly competitive with the Sonos Sub Gen 3 or the one that's included with the Samsung, Bose could have pulled off the upset. Powered Speaker of the Year.
The nominees for Powered Speaker of the Year are Bang & Olufsen's A9, the 7s and the 9s from Klipsch, and the Sonos Era 300.
And the winner is Bang & Olufsen's latest A9. For me, this one wasn't close.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
This has been arguably the most used, most listened to, most beloved speaker we've had in-house this entire year since its arrival.
I would 100% agree. I use it all the time. Yeah. I love it from a design standpoint to the user experience to the sound it produces.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
TV of the Year. This was a great year for TVs, especially big TVs. The nominees for TV of the Year are Samsung's S95C OLED, Sony's X95L, the Hisense 85UX, and the 98-inch TCL QM8. And the winner is, believe it or not,
we don't have one.
We don't have one. I can't decide because on the one hand, the winner should be the best performing TV of the year, all things considered, including its out-of-the-box performance. And if that were the case, the winner is the Sony X95L, which is a fabulous TV and reference caliber all day long. But the TV that I have absolutely fallen head over heels in love with and enjoy just watching every single day is the TCL 98-inch mini LED that we just reviewed, the Q Class. And so this one's hard. Is the Q Class as good as the Sony? No, it's not. But I love how big it is and how cinematic it is and how great it is out of the box that it's my TV of the year.
Oh, really? So wait a minute. So can we just do a tie?
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
We've never done this before.
I think the Sony is obviously
it is better.
It's better, and
yeah.
If we're like following our rules or whatnot, I feel like it deserves the title. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you. The TCL is really special.
So we're in agreement. We're gonna follow our rules here, and the winner is the Sony X95L. We're not sharing it.
I still don't know. It's a tie.
Congratulations, Sony and TCL. You are our TVs of the year. Amplifier of the Year. The amplifier category includes both separate amplifiers and integrated amps. Just keep that in mind. The nominees are Audiolab's 7000A, the Marantz Amp 10, Yamaha's 1000A and 2000A, the Technics GX70, and the Marantz Stereo 70. And the winner is the Yamaha 2000A. The 2000A was exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. That is a reference caliber integrated amplifier with modern tech, with the best of them, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't love like the black bar at the bottom of the silver.
Yeah.
But I can look past that, I guess. For me, the runner-up was actually the 1000A.
The 1000A, yeah. The one we actually ended up bringing into our collection.
Yes.
we
had a real, it was a funny debate when we were making this list a few weeks ago, and we were like, is it fair that we're giving it to the 2000 when we held on to the 1000?
Yeah, the 1000's the one we hung on to, but...
And immediately after we sent the 2000 back, we were like, did we make a mistake?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The 2000 is the better amplifier. It is. And you can hear a difference between the 1000 and the 2000. But ultimately, we hung on to the 1000 because it is now going to serve as one of our budget reference pieces because it was just phenomenal. But best of the best with honors, it's just the 2000 was that product. So that is why it is our amplifier of the year. Speaker of the Year under $1,000 a pair.
This year, the under $1,000 category was pretty quiet. I mean, where'd they go? So this decision was super easy.
Yeah.
There was really only one that wowed us, and that was the skip the more expensive Vestia and get the Tiva, whatever they want to call it. It was a really, really good speaker. I mean, Focal they're a great brand.
Yeah.
They produce very high quality products.
They do.
And the fact that you can get this a pair of these speakers for under $1,000 or
Yes.
around $1,000 a pair is pretty impressive.
Yeah, this one, I know that we reviewed a couple of speakers that would have fallen under this category this year, but there wasn't even anything, in my opinion, that was close. This one, as soon as we heard it, I believe within a couple of days of living with it, even before our review came out, we were like, this is probably the winner.
Yeah, we're like, this is good.
This is real good. In the matching center, I mean, you can build a pretty kick-ass budget home theater around these as well. So, yeah, Focal, kudos, but you are our Speaker of the Year under $1,000. Speaker of the Year, $1,000 to $3,000 a pair.
Unlike the previous category, this category was extremely crowded, and I think our pick may surprise you.
Okay.
Getting on to the nominees, they are Bowers & Wilkins 606 S3, Klipsch RP 8000F Mark II, MoFi SourcePoint 8, Martin Logan Foundation F2, and the Q Acoustics 5040.
The winner is Q Acoustics 5040.
What?
This speaker is an absolute beast, but a sleeper.
I agree.
Absolute sleeper. So last year, and it was last year, the Q Acoustic Concept 50 ranked very high as like one of our endgame loudspeakers.
It was my favorite.
It was your favorite, yes, and it was top 3 for me last year. The 5040 gets so close to the Concept 50, and yes, we still have our Concept 50s, and so we A-B'd them on the Yamaha 2000A of all things, and had a hell of a time. I mean, there are differences, but we were beside ourselves with how close Q Acoustics brought the 5040 to the Concept 50 level.
Okay, well, my runner-up was the MoFi SourcePoint 8.
Yeah.
I really liked that speaker.
I know you did. And surprise, surprise, so did I. I was pleasantly surprised by that speaker. I don't know. I guess I went in thinking it was going to be similar to Mr. Jones's past designs, and this is a whole other animal, and I am absolutely here for it. It was so close to winning this category as well. But yeah. Both. I mean, this whole category was just packed full of bangers. You know?
All of them are
They're
very
all
good.
But yeah, Q Acoustics and that 5040, man, you are our mid-level Speaker of the Year. High-end Speaker of the Year, over $3,000 a pair. Now, everyone's idea of high-end is different, so for this show, it's any speaker that retails for over $3,000 a pair, okay? The nominees are the KEF R11 Meta, Martin Logan's Motion XT F100, the Definitive Technology DM80, Technics G90 Mark II, Yamaha's NS2000A, Bowers & Wilkins 703 S3, and Monitor Audio's Platinum 200 3G. But the winner is the KEF R11 Meta. Hands down, and I mean this, hands down, the R11 Meta was the most consistent, well-built, impressive, and just overall just reference speaker we had all year. It competed and won in head-to-heads, whether objective or subjective, against everything that we brought into this house. There were always speakers that, did something a little bit different, had a slightly different flair or flavor that subjectively you could prefer over the KEF, But when the rubber meets the road, there wasn't anything at any price that just outright was like, oh, what, against the KEF. Like it was, I hesitate to use the word perfect, but for us, our needs and how we listen and live, nothing came close. Design of the year.
I feel the design celebrates not only exceptional performance, but also a forward-thinking design that hopefully culminates into a complete hi-fi or home theater experience. And the nominees are Bang & Olufsen's A9, the KEF R11 Meta, Sonos Era 300, Bang & Olufsen's Theater soundbar, MoFi's SourcePoint 8, and last but not least, the Audiolab 9000A. And the winner is the A9 from Bang & Olufsen.
Yeah, I 100% agree. While all of the products here had a visual design that is worthy of the nomination on their own, Bang & Olufsen takes the visual, marries it with the user experience, the ease of use, the flexibility of use. It's just a fabulous design. It just is. It just is. And I don't believe we were torn on this one.
We weren't. I did have a runner-up.
Okay.
And that was MoFi's SourcePoint 8.
You know what I appreciate about SourcePoint 8 is obviously SourcePoint didn't exist 20, 30, 40 years ago. So they weren't reviving a design that we have all become familiar with. So while it is nostalgic in like the finish, it wasn't an outright copy of something that has existed before. And that's a really hard kind of line to straddle, you know? And I think Mr. Jones did a fabulous job there as well. But the A9 from Bang & Olufsen, all day design of the year.
Yep.
Budget product of the year, under $1,500. The nominees are Samsung's Q990C soundbar, the Focal Tiva #1, Marantz Cinema 70, Eversolo Z8 DAC, the Sony AN1000A receiver, Klipsch the 7s, and finally, Q Acoustics 5040. But the winner is the Marantz Cinema 70. Pound for pound, the best budget component, in my opinion, that we got to demo this year was the Cinema 70. It was, I love that little thing.
No, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
This was a difficult category to choose from. The 7s were exceptional.
Oh, yeah.
The Sony AN1000A, if you can't swing their higher end, it's a great entry receiver. Obviously, the Samsung, just kicking butt year after year. The Eversolo was a shocker. I mean, we put it right up against how much were the
$22,000 name products? 24 grand, somewhere in there?
Yeah, and it just smoked showed them.
It really did.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a strong category. Great job, Marantz, and everybody that was nominated.
Overall product of the year.
Time for best overall product of the year for 2023. Nominees are Bang & Olufsen A9, the KEF R11 Meta speaker, Marantz Cinema 70 receiver, the Sony 7000 ES receiver, the Yamaha 2000A integrated amplifier, TCL's 98-inch Q-Class TV, and the Sony X95L TV. But the 2023 product of the year is the KEF R11 Meta.
Yeah, for me, it was always going to be this. As soon as we wrapped up our final speaker review and our final review of the year, actually, I was like, yep, no, it's still the KEF.
I mean, we could have been like other publications and just awarded it like halfway through the year.
Just been like, there it is. But no, it is one of, it joins the rank now as one of my top 5 speakers of all time. That's how much I love it.
I mean, even for like next year, the year after, like what's going to come in to dethrone it?
Yeah, no, for sure. It is the higher end equivalent to what the Polk R700 had been in years years past where it's just like, you haven't really beat it yet. Keep trying.
Yep.
So
Good effort.
yeah, good effort. Gave it the old college try. But no, congratulations, Kef. That R11 Meta is the real deal.
Andrew's favorite product of the year.
Yeah, these are fun. So my nominees are the Kef R11 Meta, TCL's 98-inch Q-Class TV, the Definitive Technology DM80s, the Technics GX70, Sony 7000 ES, and one you didn't get to see, Wilson Audio's Sabrina X. And the winner is Wilson Audio's Sabrina X. Not necessarily because of the speaker itself, but because we play with so many products that for me, the experience of being in the presence of something that is transformative is ultimately one of the things I love most about my job. However, in this instance, I got to be a spectator because I've had Wilson Audio experiences going back 20 plus years. I'm well aware of what those speakers can do. But this summer, you actually had your first ever Wilson Audio experience. And you got to experience several different pairs of Wilson Audio speakers at a dealer that when we were traveling out of town, we stopped into. And we were in front of Sabrina X's, which are actually my kind of subjectively favorite Wilson speaker because they're just size, performance, price. It's kind of a butter zone for me. But watching this girl like have that feeling and witnessing it, kind of getting to see what I must have looked like at 16 years old when I heard my first pair of Wilsons, and my friend and I loitered in a hi-fi shop for no joke, like 6 straight hours because we had never experienced anything like that. Getting to see it another person after 25 plus years, I'm taking that one to my grave. That was special. That was really special. And when you're in this hobby as long as I've been in this hobby, and you've listened and seen as much as you've seen, like the biggest joy for me is genuine discovery. In that genuine, just like that moment, that epiphany. And say what you want about the brand. That's not what this is about. I'm forever grateful to Wilson. I really am. Not that they've done anything for me, but just because they occupy now 2 huge moments in my hi-fi journey. And yeah, that was hands down, arguably my favorite thing of this entire year was getting to watch you just be gobsmacked by how good things can get. Christy's favorite product of the year.
The nominees for my favorite product of the year are the Bang & Olufsen A9, Kef R11 Meta, the TCL Q-Class, Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar, the Yamaha 1000A, and as Andrew just so beautifully expressed, my Wilson Audio experience. But my favorite product of the year is without a doubt the A9 from Bang & Olufsen. I use it every single day. I think it's gorgeous. It's a unique design. It sounds amazing. It's so easy to use. But most importantly, it makes me happy.
Yep.
It just does. And there is no price you can put on the experience of being happy. So.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That is the show. That's
There 2023.
2023. Those are the best. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Those are the best hi-fi and home theater products of 2023.
Hit like.
Yes,
it does make a difference.
Yes, please do.
It really, really does.
Like and subscribe.
And obviously, if you've used any of the links down below in our description.
Look who's doing the sign-off.
We thank you very much. It's a great way to show your support for the work that we do.
This was a great year. This was a really great year for a lot of things, and it was a lot of fun for us. And I just want to say MVP are you guys watching. So thanks for continuing to make this job.
I thought you were going to say me.
Well, yes, you guys share a joint spot right here when it comes to the channel with yours over there. But anyway, yeah, no, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for continuing to watch, for all of your support, for your great conversation, and for some of our members even, your friendship. You know, we've gotten to know each other a little bit, kind of away from the videos, and I really appreciate that. So to all of those people, you know who you are. Thank you very, very much.
And I want to
So-
just give a quick shout out to all of the brands that have sent us gear this year. Obviously, you make this job a lot easier.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it without you. And so we really, really do appreciate your continued support and for making your products available
Yeah.
so that not only we have the opportunity to experience them, we can share that experience with our
With you guys, the audience.
with everyone
Yeah.
that watches.
All right, guys, that's it. So let's wrap it up. The only person who has to like the sound or sight or just anything about what you enjoy is you. Don't be a thief of anyone else's joy. So like what you like, be secure in what you like, and just enjoy it. All right, guys, that's it for us today. See you on our next live stream. But until then, be kind to each other. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the next video.